Are you ready to unlock the secrets of building business credit fast without a personal guarantee and without using your EIN? Hi, I'm Justin Mirche, and I'm the CEO and founder of Justin Mirche Consulting, and I specialize in helping entrepreneurs and small business owners navigate business credit and financing. Today, I'm going to walk you through the fastest ways to build credit the right way. In this video, we'll cover why business credit is important, how to set up your business for success, and then the exact steps to build credit fast without a personal guarantee. So why does business credit matter anyways? And I get this question so frequently from all of my entrepreneurs and business owners. They've been utilizing their personal credit forever and the cash flow they operate from their company, but many have never taken the time to actually build out business credit. There's two reasons. Really, the first reason is that it's not widely known about business credit, how to build it out, how to get access to funding, how to get the things that you need to help run your business, how to expand your business using different funding opportunities just in the EIN of your company. All of those things are kind of cryptic. And across all financial institutions, they have their own specific requirements. And unlike personal credit, where it's heavily regulated, on the business credit side of things, it's really the Wild West. And what that means is that each financial institution, fintech company, creditor that you go to is going to have their own specific set of requirements. And a lot of times they're not going to make those known, right? So what I see mostly is that the business owners that I talk to say that I've tried to build business credit and I've had no success with it. And there is a whole nother course that I'm going to create on why business owners fail in setting up business credit and why that happens, because there is a very specific strategy to get you from point A to point B to point C to point D. And it has to be done exactly in order to get the fruits of business funding and very high limits on business credit. So the number one reason why business credit matters is because the very first thing that any financial institution is going to do, any creditor is going to do, is they're going to pull business credit to determine a couple of different things. Is the company eligible for the offer? That's the first question, right? Are they eligible? But then also, is the company legitimate? So it's hard to build credibility for your company as a player in business if when they pull business credit, they see nothing. They see nothing at all, right? It's going to spook off most financial institutions and creditors. The second reason for business credit is for liability purposes. When you offer up a personal guarantee, you're now personally on the hook for that. That means they can come after your personal assets for a lawsuit if the company goes belly up. If, you're a contractor and one of your big developers goes under and they owe you $300,000 and you've got to pay all your people and whatnot, that could take out most small businesses, right? So if you keep it separate, those liability factors don't necessarily come into play. Now, having said that, as a startup, is it completely possible to totally circumvent a personal guarantee? Yes and no, right? So as a startup business, you have to do whatever it takes to get your company up and going. But if you're a company that's been around for a while and you're still utilizing your personal credit to make it all work and current cash flow, I commend you for being able to do that for so long, but it's definitely not the easier, softer way. The reality is that we have to build out a full financial portfolio of companies that we've worked with on the business side of things, so that when a financial institution pulls our business credit, they're going to see that we're a player in business. They're going to see that we've worked with dozens of other financial institutions and creditors. We've gone through underwriting and we're managing those accounts well. And then, of course, that opens up tons more funding. Here at Justin Mirche Consulting, we work with thousands of business owners. And we have a endless amount of clients that have come in looking for different things, but mostly just to build business credit, open up funding so that they can grow the size of their team, so they can grow their business. We even work with a lot of startups. Without utilizing their business credit profile, they never would have been to accomplish any of their goals. Of course, before we can start to build business credit, and you've heard me say this many times if you follow me, we've got to make sure that your fundability foundation is completely intact. We've got to make sure that you're lendable. And what that means is that you've got to make sure that your information flow for your company from the inception of your EIN through your state, we've got to make sure that it's consistent. We've got to make sure that your name is exactly consistent everywhere. We've got to make sure that your business address is an actual business address. It's not a home address, and it's consistent everywhere. We've got to make sure that you have a professional email, a professional website. We've got to make sure that you have an actual business phone line. All those things matter because when it comes to getting credit just in the EIN of your company, these creditors and financial institutions will deny you for any little reason. So as a first course of action, you've got to make sure that you're structured correctly, that you're polished up, that everything is perfect so that we can go into these lending decisions and come out successfully on the other side. All right. And I'll be doing a video later on also that will go over in detail kind of your fundability foundation, what that all looks like. I could teach, a full hour just on that alone and the importance of making sure that that's all perfect. But we're going to jump right into the next segment of this. And this is really going to be where you can get credit immediately. Once you've got your fundability foundation intact, I'm going to share with you now some places where you can get immediate funding. Okay, now there's tons and tons and tons of ways to get access to credit and capital in the US specifically. I mean, we are so blessed to be in a country where there's really just kind of funding and money everywhere. Now, are these creditors and financial institutions going to come and just like shower you with as much as you want? Of course not. There's process and strategy and how to attain a lot of different things. But the 3 different accounts that I'm going to talk about next are going to be accounts that you can get immediately without a personal guarantee using your EIN only. The first one that I like is going to be the 7-Eleven Fleet card. And the reason why I like this card is because 7-Eleven is pretty much everywhere, right? And also they have really good food. They have snacks. You can get a Red Bull. We got all kinds of other things also that make it worth the stop there. So once you've got everything structured correctly, you can go to 7-Eleven. I'll provide the link in the description in the video later on for all of these different offers. But the thing about the 7-Eleven Fleet card is there are some requirements. What I love most about the 7-Eleven card is that it reports to not only Duns & Bradstreet, but also to Experian Business and also to Equifax. Now, in order to get this card, your entity has to be in good standing with the Secretary of State. You have to have an EIN number with the IRS. Your business address has to match everywhere across all the different business credit bureaus with the state. Under your EIN, there can't be any discrepancies. You have to have a business bank account. And then 7-Eleven is going to require a social security number. Now, don't let that scare you. That's for informational purposes only. A lot of times, creditors on the business side of things, they're going to want your social. And it's fair, right? They want to verify that you're actually the owner of the company. They want to make sure you're a real person. They want to make sure the business is a real business. So it's fair that sometimes they're going to ask for your social, but I promise you it doesn't require a personal guarantee. Your social is only asked to ensure protection of 7-Eleven and that they know who they're doing business with. Okay, so the second offer that I want to talk about is an offer from Credit Strong. For those of you that have tried to rebuild your credit on the personal side, you know that Credit Strong is an option on the personal side, but guess what? They also have a business credit offer as well. And the reason that I like this so much is that 100% of all of your payments towards them, it's not only going to build a $5,000 to $50,000 line of business credit, but at the end of the term, you've actually built savings for yourself. So all the money that you're investing shows that you're paying towards an installment loan, but then you get all that money back at the end of the term. So it's a really nice look for other creditors when they're pulling your business credit and they see that you have this long-term relationship where you're making payments. But the reality of the situation is it's like a reverse loan. Let's say that I wanted to go out and get a $50,000 loan. I'd have to make monthly payments for the next 24 or 48 months. And then at the end of the term, the money that I received, I paid them back that plus interest. Well, this is the reverse of that. You're going to pay Credit Strong. They're going to save this money for you and it's going to accrue. And at the end of the term, it's going to highlight that you had an installment loan, just like a normal loan. And it's going to build out all kinds of nice perks for you when it comes to getting future pieces of credit. Now, for the Credit Strong account, it has the same requirements as 7-Eleven. You've got to make sure that your entity is in good standing. You've got to have an EIN number. Your business address has to be matching everywhere. And when I say business address needs to be matching everywhere, I mean without exception, meaning that if you are on a street and you spell out street and the next record shows that it's ST period, that's a problem. That'll get you denied. So everything has to match. Credit Strong also wants your social for informational purposes. Again, in the link in the description, I'm going to have the links for these different credit offers. And the final piece of credit that I want to talk about when it comes to getting credit in the EIN of your company is going to be a company called Zorro. Now, Zorro is perfect for contractors. You can buy all of your tools, all of your fittings, everything you could possibly need for your contractor job. Zorro has all of those items available on their website. They're going to be similar to Credit Strong and also 7-Eleven, where they're going to want everything to match. The requirements are a little bit lighter. They don't need your social to verify your identity, which kind of is better for some business owners, particularly if you don't have the best personal credit. Many times people think if they want their social and they have personal credit, that they're going to be denied, and that's just not the case for these types of offers. Now, for some offers, that is the way that it works. So these three are going to be really good kind of starting places for you as a business owner. But realize there's literally dozens and dozens and dozens of more of these types of starter accounts to get things going. And then guess what? This is just the beginning, right? Once we get these three starter accounts to post to the 3 business credit bureaus, the next step is we build bigger and better. We get into financial institutions. We get into credit cards. We get into all kinds of other things. And then there's a further build out beyond that. And then a further build out beyond that. Business credit goes very, very deep if done properly. And then once you've got your business credit profile built out, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, that's really just building out the structure, the financial structure of your company. But now you've got the goods to go do some pretty cool stuff in terms of funding and all kinds of things. If you're ready to move on to the next step of building business credit, I've also provided a link in the description for you to download a free resource. It's a 4-step guide to build business credit. Also, if you have any other questions, you can request a consultation at justinmircheconsulting.com, and one of our credit consultants can help you navigate this tricky area of building business credit, getting funding, bouncing off ideas to help you attain your goals. And remember, building business credit is a journey, but with these strategies, you'll be on the fast track to financial freedom. Thanks for watching. Make sure you click like on this video and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.